Welcome back.
Welcome back, baby. We are back.
What? How many weeks did we take off? 3?
3 weeks.
3-week break.
Yep.
So back for episode 8. Finn's
Episode
back.
8.
Finn's back. He's super excited. The new setup.
Yep.
But your name is who?
Oh, I'm Tyler.
Okay.
And you are?
Oh, I'm Mike.
Yeah, and we are
A couple guys
living life.
being hater-ass bitches. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to bring it back. We had to bring it back, saying it on time. I think we did it literally the first episode, and that was it.
That was it.
And we're 8 episodes in.
Number 8.
Number 8.
I missed recording.
Yeah, I'll be
been looking
honest.
forward to this all week.
I had been too. And it's nice too, because like, so down here now, we got like a table, an actual like table set up.
Yep.
And then obviously, we'll keep moving forward as time goes on with getting better and newer microphones and stuff like that. But no,
we did promise new microphones last time, and he's tight. Tighter than my asshole. So.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't really.
Oh, also,
switch
Dave,
up, but like,
fuck you. Dave Steinke, fuck you. Love you.
Yeah, they requested not as much foul language. Tyler broke that immediately, so good to hear that. But,
like when somebody tells me not to do something, though, like I want to do it more.
Right. But we got to start out episode 8 the right way.
Yeah, well, I had my green prime.
My orange one.
Orange, but I poured mine into my Baby Yoda. I hate his actual name.
Yeah, Grogu.
Yeah, Grogu. It's a terrible name.
It is a terrible name, but like,
in season
it's
3,
better than Yaddle.
Right. Yaddle's a badass, though.
Yaddle is a badass, but that's a better name than Yaddle.
Yaddle and Yoda?
Better name than Yaddle, I don't care. You're not going to talk me out of that. You're not going to talk me out of that stance.
By the way,
on that hill.
Season 3 has been a banger.
Season 3 has been so good.
The episodes are too short, though. But
so that's one thing I will give you, and I think we talked about it the other day, is that, like, has this season felt the cheesiest?
A little bit.
This season has felt cheesy. But, like,
that fighting scene on the beach had me kind of crying, so I was like, okay, guys. You guys are supposed to be the baddest warriors in the world.
It felt like an episode of Power Rangers.
It really did. I was like,
that was some Power Ranger shit.
And the way they were shooting in the water, I was like, alright, guys, come on.
Right. It was like, you guys are not looking badass right now.
Nah.
But
except for Din Djarin, Bo-Katan.
Yeah, because Bo-Katan's sexy as fuck.
What? My God, yes. She looks better now than she did last season.
Well, that was a couple years ago.
Katie Sackhoff, man.
Say Cack-Off. Say Cack-Off.
Say Cack-Off?
Say Cack-Off.
Katie Sackhoff.
She's looking damn good.
Amazing. Yeah. We are big fans. Big fans.
For sure. But obviously no spoilers, anything like that.
No.
But
we'll wait till the season's over.
Dude, The Mandalorian's been so good. And this last episode, like Dustin Craig he had said something on his story where there was like a reference to somebody else in the prequel trilogy who was kind of a cult following now, but kind of got a lot of hate back then.
No, he's still hated.
Yeah, but he's got a little bit more. I'm talking about the actor. The actor himself has a cult following.
I want to. No, I don't want to say that, but I definitely want to get into that.
Yeah, we'll get that into its own episode, like later on. Like we're talking about, like the recap, because I think that's one of the best things that they have ever done for Star Wars.
Yes, they have,
and I hope that we get more.
Guys got an amazing story, dude. I need more flashbacks to Order 66 and like young.
Because there's so much that can happen. Because we went from tens of thousands of Jedi to maybe 100, maybe.
Yeah.
And there's so many canon Jedi that are alive.
I think
that would be dope. Would be dope to learn more about.
It would. But also, I think we'll do a entire Star Wars themed episode. I am on season 4 of Rebels. So
yeah, we're gonna do that soon. Yeah.
Yep. Sabine's mom just got murdered, and her brother.
And
that's not spoiler. That show's been out for like 5 years.
That show's been out for a long ass time. Like, if you haven't watched it, you're probably not going to.
But I'm on season 4.
But you should watch it because I don't care. I think Rebels is great. We talked about it. The first season kind of sucks.
Yes.
But you got to get through it because, like, when Rebel hits a high point, Rebel hits probably the highest point of any Star Wars show ever.
Besides Clone Wars.
I think there's an argument.
I don't know, man. Clone Wars is goated. That's going to be a whole. That's
a whole episode itself.
We're talking about Katie Sackhoff, though. Can we talk about, like, animation? Like Hera?
Oh.
Smoking hot.
So, can we talk about how, like, some of the characters in freaking Clone Wars? Like, Ahsoka in Clone Wars? They kind of butcher Ahsoka in Rebels, but...
Yeah, she looks weird.
Yeah. But like, it's like too anime.
The voice actor for her...
Hey, no more.
The voice actor for her, the clones, and Obi-Wan is going to be at Indiana Comic-Con this year. So I definitely want to go.
Yeah,
I'm going to try to get a video of me with dude saying, good soldiers follow orders. Good soldiers follow orders.
This season of Bad Batch has been really good, too. I've liked it. It hasn't been as good as the first season.
Man.
It hasn't been as good as the first season, but I've liked it.
Like, it's... I think I get what they're going for. It's just...
Yeah.
Like, that 2-parter with Palpatine showing up, I was like, alright, this is peak. And then it's like, oh, now we're going to this... Yeah, we gotta get into the whole Star Wars thing.
Stop. Lay down. Go.
It's gonna be... We're gonna do a whole Star Wars thing, because I have my thoughts on that, but...
Lay down. Yeah, no, for sure. Sorry if it is in the podcast today. So you'll probably hear us talking about him a little bit.
Yeah.
You might hear him whining in the background. Hopefully not, because we are using the microphone. It's just us again today, so we can actually remove background noise. You won't hear Jenny in the background.
Yeah, crinkling her
freaking art project for
arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts. Arts and crafts.
Good news, everybody. Arts and crafts are excited by 9 hours. Or was it 9 or 5? Was it
5 hours?
5 hours.
5 hours today.
That movie's so good. I love that movie so much. It's so quotable. All those early Adam Sandler movies are so quoted.
My fingers hurt.
Why your fingers hurt? Why your back's gonna hurt? Because you just pulled landscaping duty. Oh, I think I killed the Mr. Lady.
Random thing real quick. Did you see that, like, I don't remember how long ago it was, but it was pretty recent. Like, Adam Sandler won an award, and his daughters wrote the acceptance speech for him.
No.
Hysterical.
I'll have to look this up.
Hysterical. They freaking roast him the entire time.
Of course.
And they roast Ben Stiller, just because you brought up Ben Stiller. And it's funny as fuck that, like, like, his daughters wrote the speech that, like, they're not allowed to watch, like, Ben Stiller's movies. That they can only laugh at the movies that have what Adam Sandler calls himself, the Sandman. Like, it's, I'm telling you, look it up. It's so funny. It's his daughters, obviously, are going to be comedic geniuses.
Perfect. Yeah, yeah. Because he is.
I mean, he is, and his wife is pretty funny too. She's a pretty good actress.
Yeah.
But she actually gets to, like, act.
She's not in many movies though.
She's in some, like, that aren't, like, just her being a background character in his movies.
Yeah.
But even some stuff that she has done, like, she's done, I think she's done.
I'll look her up. Because I can see her, but...
Speaking of movies, you want to go to that first, or you want to go to the other thing you want to talk about?
Let's do the movies.
So, one movie that me and you have been talking about, it seems like forever, it feels like years, but obviously it hasn't been because the movie's not that old.
It came out last year.
Is it? How long did it come out now?
Like some talent?
Yeah, like
last year,
like fall, right?
Yeah, damn near.
What movie did we go see? We saw it in previews, and we were like, "That looks hysterical."
Probably a superhero movie.
I mean, yeah, probably Marvel, DC, something.
Yeah, because that's all we really go see together.
Yeah, but so we watched. What's the whole title?
It's called The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Nick Cage,
Pedro
Pascal. That's something else we talked about. Is Pedro Pascal is like the whitest dude on the planet until he says his name.
Yeah,
because he's like,
do you think that's
Thank you guys so much for coming and watching and seeing my TV shows. Remember, guys, my name is Pedro Pascal.
Do you think that's his real accent though in the movie?
No, he doesn't talk with an accent.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he can still bring it on. Dude lived in Colombia until he was like 6 or 7 or something. Most of his family, a lot of his family still lives there, so I'm sure he can bring it on whenever.
Yeah.
But
dude, Nicolas Cage is one of my favorite actors,
and he absolutely slays that movie. It really does make you believe that like Nick Cage is that person in real life.
dude. It really did.
Like,
Like,
he literally plays himself. Nick fucking Cage.
hey, tell everybody Nick Cage smooches are good.
Dude, I'm telling you though, like that movie really is.
The line that had me,
it's perfect.
The line that had me cracking up the most, and I don't know why it was so funny, when they think that some guy's getting off the plane when they found out Nick Cage. I think it was like Ike Barinholtz, and I think I don't know the actress's name, but
Tiffany Haddish.
Is it really?
That's Tiffany Haddish, bro. I promise you.
Is it really?
Yes.
I'm gonna look. Hold on. I'm gonna look this up while I'm gonna tell this stuff. Is it really?
I'm telling
Doesn't she normally have hair?
Yeah, but she's had movies where she's had her hair like that. I promise you, it's Tiffany Haddish, bro. It looks just like her.
Okay, now that you say that, I see
it
it.
Sounds just like
It
her.
does.
Look it up to confirm.
I am looking.
I could be wrong. Could be some other random chick.
Yeah.
Finn, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Where you
I
go?
lost my co-host for a minute.
Where you go? Go.
It is Tiffany Haddish. Finn, go upstairs.
As long as he lays down and shuts up.
Yeah.
Okay. You're supposed to see some dog abuse.
So that is Tiffany Haddish. So when she's like, "Oh, Nick Cage, I'm your biggest fan. Me and my 9-year-old nephew love Fruits too."
Fruits too.
And then she was talking to dude, and she was like, "Have you ever seen Cruise 2?" No, I haven't seen fucking Cruise 2. I'm fucking 44 years old.
I have no reason to watch Fruits 2.
I
lost it too.
I lost it.
That's the thing about that movie though. It's so perfect, and it's one thing I really love about like just because Nick Cage is known as a thespian.
Yeah.
Like, dude takes the art of acting deeper than most people do in Hollywood.
Plus the nice cameo. Well, not really cameo. He had a big part, kind of. Neil Patrick Harris. Though.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris.
It was great to see.
But that's the thing is, like I said, it's just so thought through, and like everything means something. It's not just one of those like raunchy comedy movies where it's just like, ha, that was really funny, but it didn't speak anything to the plot.
Yeah.
Everything in that movie meant something, and everything in that movie like led to like what they were trying to get across.
Yeah.
And like, I know we're not really trying to leave spoilers, but like, let's be honest about it.
Dude, the movie's been out since like a year, so.
It's like, and plus, we already know, like, obviously, like,
we don't know many people who actually wanted to watch it.
Dustin Crago. I told him you watched it today, and you said it was fucking immaculate too.
Did you watch it?
He said I'm gonna have to check it out now that you and Tyler,
all right,
are both vouching for it.
So we maybe be careful, I guess. But
let's be honest. Part of it, like, is a lot of fourth wall breaking, without it being fourth wall breaking. Like, it's not Deadpool, where Deadpool's like, oh, hi, Fox.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that, but it's like, you know what? We should make a movie where
Nick Cage literally plays himself.
Literally plays himself, and then, like,
and everyone else
he's
is a
talking
character.
about because Pedro Pascal hires him to come do a birthday party and potentially, like, be in a movie that he's writing.
Yeah.
So, like, throughout the movie, they're talking about writing the movie, but it's, like, the same shit that they're going through in the movie currently. And then at the end, obviously, like, they wind up doing what they do. And like I said, it just all leads up perfectly to, like, nothing is, like, forgotten about. If something that happens and makes you laugh, it's gonna reference it again.
Yep.
And like I said, it's just you would think the movie's written by like the South Park guys because of how thoughtful it is.
Paddington 2.
Like that
made me cry and want to be a better man.
Dude, he's talking about like Citizen.
He goes, "Oh bullshit."
He said, "So what's your top 3 favorite movies?" He's like Citizen Kane and like
it was Face Off.
Yeah,
and then
Face Off and
Dr. Cargill, the Private Eye of Dr. Cargill, whatever.
Yeah,
and then it was
Paddington.
Paddington.
And then he said Paddington 2.
Which is so funny because was talking about Nick Cage movies during the movie, kind of like I was thinking about Nick Cage movies, and then I looked at Jenny and I was like, have you ever seen like? I think personally for me, because you said it's up there, like probably your favorite Nick Cage movie.
I'll be honest.
It's so hard to put it as like my top.
Right,
like for me, it's like Face Off.
Face Off is phenomenal.
And I would say like Gone in 6 Seconds.
Gone in 6 Seconds is phenomenal.
It's up there. Like this one, like blew me away of how good it was.
Like when you really sit down and think about it, right? Like Nick Cage has done so many good movies.
Yeah.
Now, I don't care. I love the Ghost Rider movies.
Dude, I fucked with Ghost Rider.
A lot of people shit on
I was pumped for him, dude. Plus,
a lot of people shit on them. Like I think I like them. They're not up there for his best movies. Like they're definitely not. But at the same time, like they're good movies.
But it was like I was thinking. I was like, man. I looked at Jenny. I was like, have you ever seen Face Off? It's like that's like the prototypical like. If you want to talk about good Nick Cage movies, great Nick Cage movies, the automatic one is that's probably his best movie. His best movie. You have to like. It's hard not to say like Face Off.
Well, once again, it's another movie where it's like everything perfectly coincides with what it's supposed to have.
What, Face Off?
Face Off.
Yeah,
it's a perfectly written movie.
And so like I think it was like right before.
Nope, give that to me. You're done. You're done.
You're too making too much noise.
Yeah, you're done, Finn. You're gonna lay down. You're gonna shut up.
I was like,
no, go lay down now. Go.
I literally looked at Jenny and I was like, "Have you seen Face Off?" And she was like, "No." And I think it was right then when he was like, "What's your top 3 favorite movies of all time?" And he was like, "Face Off," and I was like, "Oh, look at that!" And then like they kept talking about Face Off, and I was like,
they reference Face Off a lot.
Then the Golden Guns.
Yeah.
Shit's iconic, dude. I forgot the character he plays in Face Off.
Yeah, like it's like his name.
Him and John Travolta had a run of like movies to get. I feel like I feel like my mom was like a massive Nick Cage fan, and so or maybe it was my stepdad, but they had all the Nick Cage movies. And I swear I watched like 4 movies in a row where they both were like in them at the same time, and I was like, they must be like, they almost reminded me of like. They almost reminded me of like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, you know. How
go upstairs.
How they always do their movies together. So, lost my co-host again here, so I'll keep talking for him. Gotta have to get rid of the dog here, but did you hear me? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you talked about how
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
And like Nicholas
Jason and Bob. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I got something about Jason and Bob.
Yeah, watch Clerks 3.
I need to. It's on Hulu. My mom told me it's like perfect. Like,
solid.
It's emotional.
Solid.
Is it? Alright.
It's like
I love those movies.
It's like
it's a love letter from Kevin Smith, basically.
Literally is.
Well, it probably made him. Probably wrote it probably right after he had his heart attack. So
no, he wrote Reboot after his heart attack.
Well, I mean, he probably wrote both. Be real.
He wrote this. He decided to do Clerks 3 after how Reboot went.
I love Kevin Smith. I love Jason Mewes. But so yeah, we won't be. I guess we can't really get into spoilers because people want to watch that movie. But speaking of spoilers, went to see John Wick 4 last night.
Yeah, you did. Forgot about me again.
Mike's upset because me and my wife went on a date night.
It's cool, bro.
John Wick.
I had seen all 3 before you did, so
probably, but that's fine.
Sorry, bro. It's fine.
Can we talk about perfect? Let's talk about perfect movies, though.
Just the way that,
there's some things that you're like, why are they doing? Like, why did they make that decision? But like,
for John Wick, it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Keanu Reeves, man,
because we all know what we're going to see in those movies. Like the first one had like a true storyline, right? Like it was an action hero.
I mean, really though, it all is a storyline. Like the second one, had a storyline,
but the second and third were like they're all one giant storyline,
right? Well, it bleeds into number 4 too.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's all one giant storyline after the first one. That way, he can be this just like
straight up murder.
Let's be honest. We all know the memes. We all know what the hell John Wick is about. Dude just straight up murders everybody for 2 straight movies. Now 3 straight movies.
Essentially 3 straight movies. Yeah, I'm not gonna give any spoilers. I will say
we all know John Wick.
I don't want to get into John Wick 4 too much. You almost don't though. Like you do, but you don't. I will say that.
Right. Isn't this the second or third one that like broke a movie record for like most like Most like villain killed villains in a movie. Or
Probably, yeah. Probably 4 will break that.
Really?
Probably.
Maybe. We'll see.
John Wick. Yeah, we'll talk about John Wick here in a couple months. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for sure. I will just say that it's really good. Go fucking see it. Did you know that the guy that played the concierge died in real life?
Yeah, he died like last week.
Last week.
Yeah.
Bro, at the end of the movie, I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but I'm in the credits.
Yeah.
It said this movie's for Louis Riddick or
Riddick.
His last name's Riddick though.
Yeah, it's Louis Riddick, the guy in ESPN.
Right. Hold on.
I can't think of his name. But he like literally just died last week.
Dude, he was one of my favorite parts of those movies too.
He's a really good actor. He's done a lot of really good movies. He's never been like in a lot of these movies. He hasn't been like the prominent role.
No, I don't think he's ever had a leading role.
But he's in so many voice acting roles.
Lance Reddick. Reddick.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what? He's dead in real life? And even Jenny was like, yeah, you didn't know that? I was talking about that at work. I'm like,
he was all over.
I was like, when did he die? Literally a week before it comes out.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, his name was like
17th, last Friday.
Weekend, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, that sucks, man. Because like, he was probably one of my favorite parts of that movie.
He was like 58, 59.
He was 60, dude. And they say he died of natural causes.
Yeah.
And people are like, the fuck, how do you die of natural causes at 60?
I mean, shit, people die in their 20s in natural causes.
I mean, I know. It's like, it's just unheard of.
Yeah.
It really is. But whatever.
No, for sure. I mean, it's rare.
But, like I said, go see John Wick 4. We'll definitely do a breakdown in a few months.
Yeah, for sure. Those are such good movies, man.
Perfect franchise, man. I will say that last night I saw some things that you may not pertain to the movie. But, like, we went to Wonderland, Niles, because it's real cheap. And it is a nice theater. Oh, and we were actually
first time I've really ever been there. I mean, I've been there when I was a kid, but we went and saw Halloween.
Yeah, yeah. Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
And we were late, so we missed the first couple minutes of the movie. We both had to go to the bathroom. We figured, like, we'll have time for previews. No, that motherfucker started by 9:45.
Really?
Yeah, so we were late, which is fine. I guess we didn't really miss much, but I'm definitely going to watch it again. But, like, these people came in after us. Had a fucking stroller, and their baby was just like, it was maybe like sitting up watching this movie. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, guys? You're bringing in damn near infant to a John Wick movie.
Yeah, but also the infant's not understandable.
I understand that, but it's the premise. Like,
no, yeah, it's the moral behind it.
Yeah, and then okay, the lights come on. I turn around. I will say this: there is an end credit scene. Yeah. Turn around. There's a dad with maybe an 11-year-old daughter, maybe 9. And I'm like, okay, you really think it's smart to bring your child to see John Wick? Like, come on.
Yeah, that's how serial killers are.
Right.
I'm scared,
But yeah, I don't want to get into it too much. I just will say John Wick 4, chef's kiss. But yeah.
Yeah, John Wick 4, dude.
Keanu Reeves, man. Like, that's what makes it so good.
He's another guy, too, man, who doesn't miss.
Well, that's the thing, too. Is like, with John Wick, you almost you can almost buy into it because you know in real life Keanu Reeves is such a fantastic human being.
Right.
From, appearances. We don't know him personally. But
he's the most personal person.
My man is taking pictures with women, and he's just like, yeah, I'll have my arm around you, but my hands are going to be out here.
Dude takes it
I'm taking no risks.
Dude takes it somewhere.
Here you go. Look, my hands are out here. Yeah, I'll take pictures.
Yep, he's one of the most successful people in ever in Hollywood. And he still just life like a normal dude.
Yeah, man.
Goes to a local bodega every day in New York.
It's funny. Jenny says she hates the way he talks, though, which I always thought that was kind of weird.
People have always made fun of the way he talks.
No, like John Wick, not Keanu Reeves. Like John Wick. Like how he talks in the movies.
John Wick talks the same way.
I don't know. I really never heard Keanu Reeves like talk like that. I still need to see The Matrix.
He talks like
I guess.
Keanu Reeves. Just like a Nick Cage.
Nick Cage.
Okay.
Woo! Cage! Yeah, so
I know you said something about a tweet.
Right.
So your most liked tweet ever.
My most
liked. Humble brag for a minute.
No, dude. I'm not humble bragging.
You're humble brag.
I wanted to tell you about this because it's hilarious.
Dude, this is driving me
Yeah,
nuts. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna talk about this for a minute.
Go ahead.
So I finished this part of my sleeve, and like,
Looks good though.
oh, I think it's dope.
So it's just underneath. Okay, yeah.
It's literally just this part, but like, it's literally in my armpit. And you know how it is, the day or two afterwards. Like, I'm still a little bit swollen, still a little sore.
Yeah.
Dude, so my armpit is like swollen and sore.
Who did it?
Same guy who did everything else. Name's Micho. That's WC Tats on Instagram.
Gotcha.
Yeah, good dude, man. I sent everybody to him. But so I just want to explain why I keep like doing this stuff and stuff because like,
That's fair.
if you have tattoos, you know how it is.
Yep. If you went to Robin, you could have had that plastic stuff though. You probably would be cool with it. I'll do this stuff to the towards the end of the hour. It was 3 hours, dude.
Oh, was it?
Dude, 2 hours, 49 minutes.
Let's go see it tomorrow.
Good,
I'm dressing
man.
my nephew get to meet my new baby nephew Cohen tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
So I'm excited for that. But what about your tweet, man? Let's get into that. Say we don't want to go 2 hours a day.
No, we don't. Yeah, I got 2 babies to meet actually. Todd has baby.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats, Todd. Love you.
Love you, Todd.
Love you, Haley and
And then my
Kyle.
sister-in-law had their baby last week too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's up to 390 likes right now.
Damn, all right.
Yeah,
look
dude.
at you.
Yeah, I mean, like I was
Doing your hater
like,
ass-
okay, so it wasn't hater ass shit, right? So like, you follow Barstool, right?
Yeah.
So I follow Barstool on Instagram and Twitter.
Right.
You
You
do
follow,
too,
yeah, we follow most of the pages too. Like I know you follow like Barstool AD.
Yeah, we do.
So, like I follow Barstool IU.
So- The main Barstool account, though.
yeah,
You ever seen like when they post like the Mean Girl podcast?
Yeah, the chicks who make like the dumbest arguments ever.
Right,
You
and
know
people
everything.
fucking destroy them in the comments.
Every time.
Right.
Always.
So yesterday I'm on Twitter.
I don't understand how people take them serious, but yes.
They're trash. Like they posted
Dude,
her.
some of the arguments
They posted
they-
her today. Like she was defending what they do, and I'm like, oh my.
So, I mean, I'll admit, they have said something sometimes where it's like, you know what? That's decent insight to the female brain that most men don't get. Some of it.
Right.
But 98% of what they say is like, no, Cardi B. Like, that's what it sounds like.
Well, if your man's not paying all your bills, fucking dump his ass.
Yeah, they say some dumb shit.
They do. So yesterday, Barstool on Twitter posted these 2 older ladies. They're probably in their late 40s. This is how they look. Late 40s, right?
Mhm.
And they're talking to each other on a podcast style setting. And the one said, I'm sick and tired of, or she's like, I'm so sick and tired of these people on Instagram. She goes, I saw this woman on Instagram with a picture of her. She's like nice clothes and like a expensive bag.
Mm.
And she goes, she was sitting in front of a Rolls Royce and her husband was right next to her and behind him was his Rolls Royce. And she was like, and behind that was a giant fucking jet. And she's like, you know what she wrote as the caption in this in the comment section? And the girl's like, what? And she's like, I manifested this. I believed it could happen. So it happened or something like that. And the one girl's like, well, maybe she goes, well, if you dig to the deep dark of it, or she's like, maybe she just had rich parents. And then the one girl that was talking the whole time, the one that said she gets pissed off at this girl on Instagram, said, or if you really dig down to the deep dark of it, she could suck the chrome off of fucking tailpipes. And then she said, dude, I fucking lost. I've heard that before. I'm sure everybody's heard that before.
Yeah, right. That's a pretty classic saying.
But I freaking lost it. I started dying laughing. So all I commented back to it was, these two ladies are funny. Replace the other two with these two.
Right.
That's all I said. Boom. Like all of a sudden I get all these notifications. I'm like, God damn, dude.
That's the thing is that fits the Barstool mold. Those other two chicks, I feel like
the mean girl
are there to like
be dumb as shit.
To have that one piece of like liberal media. Right. Even though they don't really say like
don't let the liberal media tell you how to think or feel.
But that's the thing though, is like I wouldn't even really say that they like fit the mold of liberal media.
Yeah.
Because they do say some stuff that like is real talk. Like I'll be honest with the two chicks from Mean Girls. They do say some real talk shit, but like at the same time, they just don't really fit the mold of what Barstool does.
No.
And before any of y'all behind that camera they're watching start to say, "Oh, it's because they're females." No, not at all. There's so many girls who work for Barstool that are on podcasts that speak real talk,
right?
And they're funny as hell, and some of the best people that Barstool have to offer,
right?
But these two aren't. But the chicks on that show are not it.
No. So that's it. That's all I wanted. I will say this though. There's something I think about. I just remembered. Going back to the Nick Cage thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clip this question and put it on Instagram. So
okay.
I want people to comment down below. Favorite Nick Cage movie. Already gave mine. It's by Face Off or fucking Gone 6 Seconds.
I mean, I think like being legit,
That's right.
I feel like that you like have. I don't know. I feel like that's supposed to be the only two logical choices. But like for me,
I mean, you can always go Snake Eyes. You could always go. What's that movie with him and Meg Ryan where he's like, he's a businessman, and he wakes up one morning. He wakes up
like the weird haircut in that one.
Yeah, but he wakes up one morning. He lives in New Jersey now, and he's a family man. I think it's called The Family Man. The Family Man. Yeah,
I think it is. Yeah,
it is Family Man. I mean, you can go Raising Arizona. You can go
Raising Arizona.
That's a great movie. You could go. I mean, National Treasure is really good. All of them.
Okay, keep this whole part. I think National Treasure is his most overrated movie.
Really?
Without a doubt.
That's fine. I don't care. I'm gonna look up some Nicolas Cage
because
movies. I can talk about Nicolas Cage all day, dude. I love him.
The National Treasure movies are like they're good, but the amount of hype that those got,
I don't know, man. Because no one really talks about them though.
When they were coming out, they were. They don't get them as much.
Oh, Con Air, bro. Con Air's great, man. He's coming out with a new movie called Renfield, where he's like Dracula.
Yeah,
that one looks pretty good.
So that's one thing I'll say though is that like so many of these movies I haven't seen in so long because a bunch of them were like
Lord of War, The Rock.
My dad and my grandpa like that's all they used. Oh, we did when we were kids.
Man. Leaving Las Vegas
was
City of Angels.
Was like them watching. They watched movies all the time.
Oh damn, he was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the cooks. He was in Kick Ass as the dad.
In the second one, right?
No, but he was in both. He's the one that looked like Batman. Hit girl's dad.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. Like I said, like
The Wicker
Man.
The
Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, like
it's good, man.
Really is up there for me.
8mm, dude. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I said it really is up there for me though.
World Trade Center. Remember that movie? Firefighter.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I remember that. Like I said, it really is up there for me, just because like it's just my style of movie. You know,
I'll keep this part in there. What's his name? What's the name of this character from freaking Face Off though?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier when we were talking about it, and neither one of us could remember.
Castor Troy. It's a bad fucking name, dude. That movie is so weird to me, dude.
So what's someone that they're watching at the beginning of this of Unbearable Time?
Con Air.
That's right. Yeah, that's when he's got that long
hair, and then he's giving it to his daughter.
Yeah.
I've watched Con Air in a long time.
So that's a lot of these movies I haven't seen. I don't want to say since I was a kid, but around there.
Yeah.
Because like I said, my dad and my grandpa, they were like my dad watched a lot of like old westerns when I was a kid, but like we watched a lot of movies like Con Air and stuff like that with Nick Cage. And that was like those like early '90s like Harrison Ford movies.
Oh yeah,
and you know what I mean? Just like all those movies like that were coming out at the time.
Yeah,
because there was the early '90s like movies like this were like Face Off and Con Air and stuff were so popular, like that style of movie. Like being in an airplane and the plane getting taken over, Die Hard. You know what I mean? Like just movies like that, We watch like that all the time. It would be kind of good just because like those movies are so great to go back and watch again, kind of reevaluate. But like I said, for right now, I will say the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is, I'm going to say, my favorite Nick Cage movie for the purpose of the podcast. But like, I think it's hard to say against like Face Off or Con Air or Shit Raising Arizona. You know what I mean? Just like any of these movies.
Yeah, he's got some bangers. He does have some duds, but everybody does.
Dude, the one, what was it, the Charlie's Playhouse or whatever?
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland, where he doesn't say a single word the entire movie, and he just walks around just murdering.
I have not seen that.
You never watched it? I thought we watched it together. I watched it by myself? Wow, that's weird.
Wow, you forgot about me? Wow, you watched the movie without me?
Yeah, dude,
that's bullshit.
Dude, Craig told us to watch this movie for like 6 months. We found it.
That's bullshit. You forgot a movie about me?
You're dumb. I hate it.
Anyway, alright, let's get off the movies.
Yeah.
This could go on forever.
Yeah, so I think we should keep the podcast under an hour.
Yeah, that's not happening.
It's at 27 minutes.
It's at 37 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was 20. Yeah.
It's going to be a little over an hour.
We'll probably be about an hour 15.
Alright, well, let's jump into baseball real quick then. WBC, what are your thoughts?
Solid.
Fun to watch.
Dude, so much fun. Obviously, sucks the U.S. lost.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like...
Dude, but Shohei Ohtani striking out his fucking teammate. And you could make the argument that they're both 1 or 2. Like, it's... You can't go wrong with Shohei is
the best player on that team. I'm a huge Mike Trout fan, I'll say it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because
he does both, man.
Nobody has ever done what he does to this level, ever. He's arguably one of the best base runners in baseball. Arguably, he's consistently in the Cy Young Award race. Consistently in...
Has he won a Cy Young yet, though?
No. He's always in the race for it, though.
Yeah.
I think last year he finished 3rd.
Shit like that's a popularity contest.
Cy Young always is a popularity contest. Like the one time that. So how many Clayton Kershaw won? Like 4, 5,
probably.
I remember that last year that he won it. Like
Kershaw, dude,
overrated as well. But the year Chris Sale won it. I don't care. That was a popularity year. Chris Sale's never been that good. But let's go that fucking Red Sox.
And the White Sox.
In the White Sox, but he won it when he was in the Red Sox. Where was I going with that? Oh, is it Shohei just... Nobody's ever been like the best at everything the way he is.
Yeah.
Ever. I don't care what anybody says.
I'm just going to let you know, man.
And the dude's got probably 7 or 8 more years where he can play this level.
Next year, next summer, next winter.
Yes.
This coming winter.
Literally 10 months from now.
Right. 10 months from now. If I'm on my phone one day and I get an ESPN update that says the Chicago Cubs have signed Shohei, I will fucking cry.
And here's the thing that's crazy, though, is do you know what kind of contract that he was going to get?
The Cubs can afford it.
We can. Let's be honest. We're not a small market team. Quit acting like it.
Dude on Pat McAfee this week said he should...
He's going to be somewhere between 500 and 800 million.
He said 6.
He said 5, 6, 7, maybe even 800. That's what he said. Is anywhere between 5 to 800.
I bet he would give him a 15.
And to play with Suzuki.
Give him a 15-year, $600 million contract.
12
year, $600 million. Do 12.
Yeah, I think 12 is probably what the market is going to go for him. Because the thing is, he was. Let's say even when his pitching is going to go first. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
His pitching will go first.
And he's a DH though anyway too. So
yeah, but he's a solid outfielder, bro. When he plays,
I've never seen him play outfield.
Oh yeah, he plays outfield. When he has to play the field, that's what he prefers. Right.
Oh.
Well, let's be honest about it. His pitching is going to go first. His bat will be the last thing to go.
Yep.
And I guarantee even then, how good of a hitter he is contact-wise, even when he loses power, when he starts to lose power later in his career,
We'll get on base all day long.
dude will still be a star. He's fast as fuck, too.
Yeah.
Like, once again, I'm beating a dead horse here, but, like, nobody's ever done like shit to stuff. And like I said, Seiya Suzuki, too.
We need it.
I think
Ricketts.
I think
Get on your high horse.
I think Suzuki will
Open the checkbook.
Suzuki will for sure bring.
But also, since baseball Cubs play Thursday, what are your expectations for the season? Are they low? Are they high? Are they right in the middle?
I think.
I'm
Bro,
expecting
what?
the World Series.
Huh? No, but I
I need a playoff berth,
at least a playoff.
and a series win. I think I need them to make at least the.
I don't think we're a wild card team. I think we have a legitimate chance of winning the division. Like us and the Cardinals.
As long as Stroke can stay healthy.
Yeah, like I said, between us and the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Because our outfield is ridiculous. I mean, even our infield is. Like, the middle infield is.
Cody Bellinger's going to have an MVP type year. I'm just calling it right now.
A lot of
He's
people
not saying he's going to win MVP.
A lot of people are. I saw an article about it today.
He's going to be a monster. Dansby Swanson, Nico Horner are going to be defensive monsters up the middle.
The best middle infield in baseball.
With the freaking ban of the shift. And the pitch clock now.
Right, and with 850-year-old Eric Hosmer playing first base.
It's getting me nervous, man. It's getting me nervous, dude. Start nervous.
I think Hosmer is supposed to be starting opening day. That's the thing. Hosmer can still hit for contact, though. His power is gone. The dude can still hit.
Yeah, we'll see. When he's hitting 2 weeks in, he's still hitting 135. We'll be like, give us fucking Mervis.
Yeah, we got him for cheap. For better impressions, we got him for cheap.
Give us Mervis.
Give us Mervis
In the future. If you're not going to give us fucking Rizzo, give us Mervis.
For sure. Give us a homegrown guy.
I'm still salty. That one.
I just miss our homegrown team.
That's the wound that will never heal. You know, I got over Peyton Manning.
I'll never get over Rizzo.
I'll never. And never ever, dude.
Never. It took me long enough to get over freaking Starlin Castro.
Man, I love Castro. I got over him though, eventually.
No, I did too. It took a while. It took a championship. So a year.
Right.
It took a year.
The year after he left. Which I'd be pissed if I was him.
Literally, when he's out here breaking records and freaking getting on base,
on pace for 3,000 hits and shit.
Yeah. He was. I think that's somebody like him. And what the hell was his first name? Ryan Terrio.
Riot, baby. Yeah.
Dude, them two in the middle infield. That was a solid squad. We were still losing 100 games a season, but it was a solid squad. That was when Rizzo was young and hadn't really started figuring out how to hit yet. Dude,
every time I say the word, every time I hear the word Rizzo, man,
I love Cubs.
My heart breaks so much. I know,
love baseball.
I know. If you ask me what 2 places I want to go forever, it's Wrigley and fucking the Big House. That's it. Those are the only 2 stadiums that make me feel something when I enter them.
Oh, Wrigley really is. I mean, we went to that game last year. It's like all we talked about. Is that like Wrigley just truly feels like baseball. We need to hit up a game with the White Sox this year though. Buy 5 tickets, just so we can go and like.
I'll go and boo their ass.
Piss in their stadium.
Piss on their stadium?
Piss in their stadium.
Because we
just right on the inside, like we go to check in right in front of everybody.
Hell yeah!
Right
we probably fit right in. It probably smells like piss anyway. Fucking the Southside. Fuck the Southsiders. But yeah, man, I think the Cubs. They have to.
Well, I think
You have to
is our pitching right now. Stroman's our ace. He's
Right.
starting opening day. What's that other kid's name? He's number 19.
I don't know, but they just announced their 5th starter today. I don't even know how to pronounce his name.
He's number 19. He's been playing really well. The spring training, a lot of people are excited about him. I can't tell his name.
Is Hendricks going to be part of it? Have you heard? I don't even know.
Yeah, he's still in the rotation.
His career's over. He's number 4 now. He's got to be the number 4. Steele's a stud. He should be number 2.
I think he is number 2.
He's a power pitcher. Could get some strikeouts though.
He's the one who started our game we went to, didn't he? And then he went out like literally in the first inning.
I don't think it was Steele.
Oh,
No, it was somebody else. No. I'll look at the rotation here in a minute.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it would. I'm being hopeful. Obviously, making a deep push, but I don't think we're going to.
Like, if you can show promise by, like, I'm saying, like, winning. If you have to make the wild card, win the fucking wild card, and then.
I think at least 80 wins.
Make the NL. No, because you have to win the NLDS. So it's basically 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got. I don't know, man. We have to win. We have to win at least.
I think we would win the division.
You have to at least win the division, dude.
I think at least 80 wins. Like if we lose any, if we don't win 80 wins, I'll be disappointed. We don't have 80 wins, except win 80 wins.
Win 80 games.
Yeah.
Yep. It's got to happen, dude.
Because 80 is the mediocre for the team that we have.
Yeah, that's
I know
at least.
Yeah. I mean, how many wins did we have that we won the World Series? Like 97?
Try 103.
This year we did win over 100 that year.
Yeah.
Because the year before that we had 97.
Yeah.
And we lost to the Dodgers. No, to the Mets. NLDS.
Yeah. Mets beat our ass. And then
David
went on
Murphy,
to get their ass beat.
David Murphy had like the 4 games in a row of his life. Daniel Murphy?
Alec Mills was the starter for that game.
Mills, yeah.
He got hurt after like 2 pitches.
Yeah, Mills isn't bad.
No, he's not. Did he throw no hitter?
Not in the majors.
Whatever. That's another discussion for another time.
Did he?
Somebody, I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, within the last 2 years, I'm pretty sure.
I truly don't remember, but
It might have been not him, but I think it was him.
we need to go to a South Bend game. By the way, we haven't been. I haven't been to a South Bend game in a couple years, but I haven't been with you in eons.
I know I'm down. Yep, right there. Alec Mills, no hitter. First the Brewers in 2020. So within the last 3 years. Nope.
Well, by the way, there is always freaking tickets for Brewers games. That'd be kind of dope.
Want to take a trip to Wrigley North?
Wrigley North?
Hey, you've never heard it called that?
No, I've never heard that.
Dude,
before.
Brewers are like notoriously, like at least when I watch the Cubs games,
Yeah.
the announcers always talk about how like there's more Cubs fans there than Brewers fans.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, but I've never heard anybody call it Wrigley
Oh, dude,
North.
yeah, dude.
That's
Oh,
funny.
literally, Wrigley North.
Yeah, I mean, it's only like barely an hour away from Chicago.
I'm down.
That'd be dope.
Especially because now they're playing, every team is playing every team.
Yeah, right. Like look for like an Angels game or something. That'd be dope to see Mike Trout and freaking Shohei.
Yes.
As long as both of them are healthy.
Yes, please. Yeah, so let's go early in the season.
Yeah.
But,
No, that's dope. Dope.
Yeah.
But talking about going out of town, going seeing cool things, going to cool places. Obviously, we both went to the Arnold together a couple weeks ago.
So, we'll just start with this, about the Arnold trip. we'll get into what we had originally planned to record the 8th episode.
Yeah, the 8th, yeah, this episode.
That night, we were going to get Thomas T.D. Davis on the podcast. Unfortunately, it was a long day for us. On Saturday, we're walking around a lot. We had talked to TD at the expo. He was all in, and then I think he said he forgot that he had some obligation to take care of.
Yeah, he had some other stuff going on that night with like NDO champ and obviously some other huge big names in social media and the lifting game and fitness industry. Yeah. So we all understood. Like I saw TD. I've seen him a couple times at the gym, and he's still gung ho about coming on the podcast and getting on here. So that's still part of the plan is to get TD on the podcast and have him here and have him hater ass bitching everybody.
Yep. But yes,
So yeah, no, it was all love.
We kind of felt, we weren't angry with him at all. Like that was
for sure.
That's not what we were trying to say. So like we were just saying, like the original plan was to have him on.
Right.
It fell through.
Let's be honest.
We got back to the hotel. We got some food. We checked to the hotel, laid down. We're like, we're gonna go back out in a little bit. No, we cashed. We cashed out, dude. Like straight up, I was like, I'm gonna take a nap for like an hour. I woke up at like 11:30. I think it was like 10:30. Woke up at 11:30, and I said, I think I rolled over and told you, I was like, I'm going right back to bed, dude. I'm fucking exhausted.
And I was like, yeah, you're cool, bro, because I'm trying to go to sleep too.
Yeah. So we had a dope time.
Our Red Roof Inn Plus.
Yeah, dude.
Don't forget about that plus.
Yeah, Red Roof Inn Plus. I will tell you guys, and I'll admit it, I did act like kind of an asshole on Friday night heading down.
A little bit.
Not towards Mike.
No, you were just.
It wasn't intentionally.
You were just kind of.
So, like, let me just explain to you guys. Like, when I have something like planned in my head, like I envision how things are supposed to go, and then when it doesn't go that way, I do get shitty. Yeah. You can ask Jenny. I get pissed off. It's a flaw. I understand. It still happens.
Yeah, but also at the same time, like there was some frustrating things that happened.
So like
the weather that day.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's like the original plan. Like so there's this gym down there called the Pros Gym now. I always wanted to train down there. I figured by the time, because Mike had to work on Friday, I didn't. Mm-hmm. And I figured by the time he got off, we wouldn't. By the time we got
early as I could.
Right, but like we couldn't get. I didn't think that we could get down there in enough time to where before it got packed, and it got packed every time I went like previously. So I had talked to Mike about making a plan about let's go to this other gym. I forgot the name of the gym. Looked freaking dope though. And like the supplement company, doing some kind of party at the gym. Yeah. So I was like, let's just go over there. Snowed. Took us 6 hours to get there instead of 4.
It literally, for those of you who know South Bend, it took. We had to drop Finn off at my parents', which is an Elkhart by Jimson High School.
It took us. Had to renew his license plate too.
It did, but it took us 2 hours to get to Warsaw.
Yeah.
To Warsaw.
2 hours.
And that's literally
usually get there about 30 minutes probably from Elkhart to Warsaw.
From my parents' house to like
maybe 40 minutes
to 30.
Right.
Takes maybe 35 minutes.
Yeah, it took us 2 hours.
It took us 2 hours to get to 30.
Right.
When we got to 30, it was smooth sailing. It took us about the time that it normally would take you to get to Columbus.
Well, once we got to about Fort Wayne.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, because it took about 2.5 hours, maybe almost 3 to Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
Then we hit Fort Wayne, and it was like
normally we got an hour and a half to get there.
Yeah, it took us, I don't know, 2 hours to remember Columbus.
Yeah. So, but hey, good thing we didn't make the party at that gym, so we were like, fuck it, let's go to Pros. And lo and behold, it was not busy, so we got right in.
It was busy, but it wasn't packed.
$32 a person for a day pass. I was not expecting.
Yeah, I looked at you. I was like, well,
I mean, we're here, so we might as well do it.
Yeah, so we did it.
We got a killer.
Worth it though.
It was. It was a really dope environment. There wasn't many people there lifting to be at the Arnold. I think there was a couple bucked up sponsored pros. We found out later. Mm-hmm. But I mean, we kind of missed out on the pros.
Yes. There were the gas guys, weren't they?
No,
that's right. Yeah, they were bucked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bucked up, and they were filming some content, which I didn't know who they were, but we only found out they were bucked up because we saw them at the bucked up booth the next day.
They were like, oh, this was good.
But yeah, dude, I didn't take like anything, like no pump, nothing. So like I knew the vibe was gonna be good. We, those of you guys have seen the pictures, we posted some dope ass. Like the lighting was amazing in that posing room. It was just a fucking dope experience. Definitely want to go again next year to that gym. Maybe try to make that other gym. We talked about possibly going all 4 days.
And we got to go to Matt Wenning's gym too.
Matt Wenning, man, yeah. So
what a guy,
right? Yeah, but we'll get to him in a second for sure because we got to talk about what he said for sure.
Yeah, no, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Matt Wenning was the coolest motherfucker there, man.
But I will say, yeah, that gym was fucking dope. And then that Friday night, we went to the Ohio State.
Yeah, walked around Ohio State.
Walked around Ohio State. It was cold as fuck.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
I don't care who knows it. I pissed all over their stadium.
All over it? One spot.
Well, my piss has been on their stadium now. Because that's how I feel about them. I hate their guts.
I hate their guts.
I hate their guts. Okay?
Everything inside.
Do you remember, though? Do you remember, like, when we tried to get into that weight room, though?
Oh,
like,
we tried getting into, like, the student center?
Yeah, I thought it worked.
And as soon as you went to touch a button, like,
somebody
an
announced
alarm
something.
went off and there was an announcement.
It wasn't for us, but, like, it was just perfect timing.
It was.
Their basketball stadium is fucking huge.
Everything got to have the F word on it today. Just kidding. But but for real though, like
I kind of want to go to a game there next year just to see.
It's exactly what I was like. Their basketball stadium is the biggest in the Big Ten, and it like I was telling you, like
for no reason.
It really is, like when you're driving next to that compared to like United Center. United Center is a pretty big stadium,
or even compared to Notre Dame.
Oh, compared to Notre Dame, it dwarfs it. Yeah, Notre Dame's stadium.
It looked like an NBA arena. I mean, it
looked like United Center. Which is like Bulls play.
Yeah. So
it looked probably bigger than Indy too. Like it.
I don't know, man. Bankers Life is massive. Bankers Life. Well, it's not Bankers Life, but it's Bankers. It's
Gamebridge Fieldhouse.
It's Conseco. So it'll always be Conseco.
Yeah.
Just like it'll always be Kovaleski Stadium, not Four Winds Field. It's Kovaleski Stadium.
Yeah.
It's not Four Winds Field at Kovaleski Stadium. It's always just Cove. It's the Cove, dude.
Most people still call it the Cove.
South Bend people know what's up. Yeah. And, yeah, so we did that, and then we crashed in the hotel, and Saturday went to the expo. Right when it opened. Damn, dude. So yeah, Saturday we
to Live Large booth.
Yeah, but we didn't get to see TD right away. Yeah. Saturday we finally met the Norse Fitness boys.
Yeah, Norse Fitness guys. Cool. So
me and Mike got matching T-shirts. He copied me.
Yeah, I copied you. That's all right. And we were making jokes about how we're not sponsored by them, but Sean is, but we got to meet them.
Right. Yep. Our coach is sponsored by them, but yeah, we got to meet him. And then he keeps talking, "Oh, you're not going to stay down at their house. You're not going to be in the podcast." I'm like, "Okay."
It doesn't matter, bro. We met them first.
Yeah, we met him. We got hugs and daps up. So, got to meet them. We met Matt. Let's talk about Matt Wenning, man.
Man, Matt Wenning. First off,
I've met him. I feel like I've met him before.
I think you said you met him at another Arnold. But one of the goats of powerlifting.
Right.
3-time world champion.
Westside Barbell.
We sit there and talked to him for, it felt like 10 minutes, but like it probably was maybe 5.
Yeah.
But he was cool as hell. Nobody was even there talking to him.
No.
Because we went to Gasp, I think, because they were like right next to Gasp.
Right.
You like did that, and you were like, "Hey, right there's Matt Wenning."
Because I wanted to find out when the pros of Gasp were going to be there.
Hey, right there's Matt Wenning, so we went over there, and he was talking to us, and one said, "Hey, you guys looking for a cool gym around here? Like, you should come to my gym. It's right down the street."
Yep.
So that's one reason why we're talking about we need to go to that next year. I'm sure it's probably just a regular ass gym, but I said no, it might be better. So we'll see. But he told us about, because obviously, Matt Wenning is a little older, and like his prime of powerlifting was like early 2000s.
Let's set the stage real quick of what kind of people were at this expo,
right? Because
set that stage first, where we have context for what we're about to talk about.
Obviously, y'all who have listened to the show and have listened to what we've talked about, our favorite people, the broccoli heads, the social influencers, the people who think lifting is just cool and that's all they care about.
Yeah, it's a trend.
Cool. Instead of like actually trying to change their life and like obviously just be in love.
They're trying to get likes
and be in love with the sport.
Right.
Just be on the sport of bodybuilding, the sport of powerlifting, strongman.
And we're going to get into that before this podcast is over. Actually, I've been thinking about that. But yeah, go ahead. Thanks for reminding me.
But he had talked about how different it was.
Right.
Because Arnold Expo's been going on for
30 some 40 years, yeah.
But he was talking about how if you came in the late 90s, early 2000s, the crowd was so different. You didn't have he was talking about how how the Expo was big, like how it is, but you didn't have
everyone was a hardcore fan or competitor or
people who were there
for love, the love of the sport,
the love of the sport, and the love of the industry.
Yep,
not broccoli head ass motherfuckers who just want to be able to take a picture with Jay Cutler and say, "Look at me, it's my picture."
Yeah.
So I can be sponsored too.
They meet Jay Cutler, but they don't really understand who Jay Cutler is.
They don't give him the respect that he They just know Jay Cutler was cool as fuck too. I made a Bears joke. I said, "Hey, big fan." And he was like, "You know how much shit I get?"
So to Matt Wenning's point,
to
Matt Wenning's point about how he said he said some words that we're not going to repeat.
You can't
on the podcast.
Yeah,
but he was talking about all influencer people, and just to prove his point is we're in line for Jay Cutler for 2 hours.
Right,
2 hours, over 2 hours for Jay Cutler, but it's worth it.
Jay Cutler, he was cool.
The line kind of sucked. People were trying to budge us, and we weren't having that shit.
Oh, people stood right next to us and said,
fuck off with that shit.
Where you guys been?
And everybody kept walking by. People always walk by "Oh, what are you guys in line for? What are you guys in line for?" Jay Cutler. "Oh, that's what's up. Oh, where's the line end?" "All the way back there." "No, yeah, I'm not doing that." This one guy walked through us and says, "What are you guys in line for? What are you guys in line for?" "Oh, we're here to meet Jay Cutler." "I'm sorry, I don't know who that is." Or he said, I don't know.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, never heard of him. Sorry. And he kept walking, and me and Mike both looked at him and were like, okay, first off, who fucking asked you? And number two, you're at the Arnold Classic Expo, and you don't know who Jay Cutler is. The guy who I'm pretty sure has the record for the most Arnold Classic wins, number one, also 4-time Olympian champion, one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, the quad stomp.
One of the most recognizable faces of bodybuilding.
Yeah, he has an amazing post-bodybuilding career that people recognize him.
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know who that is." Then what the fuck are you here for, dude? Then what are you...
If you don't know
if you don't know who Chuck Keller is, you don't fucking belong here.
He was there for LARPing.
Man, that shit's so stupid.
But just be like, hey, man... Because there was LARPing going on, World Ninja stuff and World Tag Chiefs or whatever.
Yeah, it's cool.
Which, some of the stuff is cool, but, the LARPing stuff, yo... If you're there for that, just admit, oh, that's cool, man. Who's Jay Cutler? Ask the question.
Yeah, I don't know that it is. Sorry. Like I said, we didn't even ask.
Just go sit over there by freaking LARPing, dude. Ain't nothing over here for you then.
Yeah, people kept walking in front of us and shit.
It's getting ridiculous. But Saturday was dope.
So we got to meet, for people who follow along with bodybuilding and powerlifting, Matt Wenning, Lois, the bodybuilder chicks.
Yeah.
And Rachel and Mel.
Yeah.
Forgot her real name.
Yeah.
And then I got to meet with the gas team. It was Brett Wilkin. Saw Johnny Jackson, didn't get to really talk to him. I wanted to, but he kind of dipped out. And then Branch Warren, Brett Wilkin, like I said, Hunter Labrada, James Hollingshead talked to us for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another one.
The gas guys?
Yeah. I don't know. I will say this though, man. James Hollingshead told me a story, dude, and my friend Cherie, we know both though. We used to use Redcon 1, and there's James, for those of you guys who follow bodybuilding, like I said, probably remember a bodybuilder a few years ago named Luke Sando, and you may have never heard of him because you don't really follow bodybuilding.
No, but I know who he is.
He was a sponsored athlete for Redcon 1. I was a big fan of his, and I used to watch all his YouTube videos. And he died. I don't remember why he died. I think they said suicide, but I don't know. But James Hollingshead told a story because they're both like British. That he was telling me he was telling us that he continued bodybuilding to like honor Luke Sando. And like when he told me that, like my whole body chilled up. I was like, I got those goosebumps, and I was like, bro, you can't.
And he was so cool.
Yeah, man. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. And the thing I said, man, like, all these bodybuilders were gassing us up, like, oh, man, you guys are big as fuck. You guys are big as shit. Oh, we met Chef Rush. Chef Rush. Single water boo.
Who, I don't know if he still is.
White House Chef. I think he's still White House Chef. And big as shit.
Oh, claims huge. Claims natural.
Claims natural. It's not natural.
But the guy was taking a picture. He was like, hey, man, these dudes are like, you need to back up more. I already know that picture's not going to turn out right.
Yeah.
And the dude backed up and he was right.
And pro bodybuilders were gassing us up like that, like saying the same shit. Yeah, and I think even Matt Wenning, dude, told us
Matt Wenning said that too.
And it's like, bro, you can't be telling us this, man. Like, we both have egos. Like, as much as you don't want to admit it, you're like, if you have a pro bodybuilder you're watching and you know they're big as shit.
Yeah.
But like they're telling you you're big as shit, bro.
Like too, right? Is that like you can the difference between like, hey, what's up, big dog? Oh,
yeah.
Man, looking good, looking big.
Yeah.
Take a picture real quick. All right, man. See you later.
Yeah.
There's a difference between that and like somebody being like how Matt Wenning was, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, boys, what's up, guys? How you doing? And then like chilling and talking to you.
Yeah.
Which a majority of these guys were with us.
Right.
Like, I mean, we definitely had a few. Like the Stolman brothers, like they were cool. They were like, what's up? We saw them on Saturday too. They were like, what's up? Hey, you guys are big. Cool, let's take a picture right quick.
They're with
Stolman brothers.
Oh,
they were the first. They were the first two that we met at the SBD.
Okay, yeah. Those guys made me so small.
Which Tom was the one next to you, and I think he's the current World Stars man. He won 2021 or 2022. Sorry.
Well, that's the thing though. With like booths like that, we're like, they're not running.
They're just not like chill,
bro. Okay. We met fucking Flex Wheeler.
We did meet Flex Wheeler, and he was cool as fuck.
Like, we were sitting down taking a break,
and you looked up,
and I just happened to look up, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's fucking Flex Wheeler. So we jumped up and ran over there. And, like, this is another, like, thing to prove Matt Wenning's point is, like, these dudes, like, Flex Wheeler was just walking the
nobody was
floor, and nobody was swarming him at all.
There was one random dude talking to him, trying to.
And he was like, he was a fitness guy. Like, he had a booth. Yeah. So it was like, when we were talking to him, and he was talking to us for a good minute, and I think
we were like apologizing too.
Yeah,
we were like, hey man, like we're so sorry. It's like Arnold has literally said that he believes that Flex Wheeler is the greatest bodybuilder of all time. Arnold has made that claim.
He's up there, man. And he never really won like
Olympia, but I think he has the right.
He's always known for what?
For the Arnold, isn't he? No. For classic physique.
He was never classic. He was an open bodybuilder.
No, he was.
Nope. He was just.
That's where he went later on. Won a classic physique at the Arnold. I swear.
He might have competed, but he didn't win.
Okay.
When he was older, yeah. I think he did compete when he was older.
But still, like, he's still a legend. Still a legend about it.
He was literally there. He was literally there to get a lifetime achievement award from the Arnold class.
And somebody who's like more into the powerlifting and strongman world than bodybuilding, and I respect it, and I do know quite a bit about it, mostly from you. Even I know, like Flex Wheeler is a goat.
Yeah, and people are not like swarming these guys at all.
And it was
like we went to the gas booth. There's nobody there.
And those guys were
Those are guys that are competing now in the Olympia.
No, for sure.
You know, like
James Warren and stuff, right? Like you said,
Rance Warren, yeah.
Rance Warren,
he's older.
I said James,
he's retired. James Hollinghead.
Hollinghead, there you go. I mixed up the last name.
But it's like
he's competing right now too, isn't he?
Yeah. But like, yeah, I don't know. We just
Saturday though. Then we kind of hit the head on that quite a bit already, like
the bikini builder.
Yeah, Christina. So I think she followed me on Instagram too. That's who was up to the rain booth a bunch.
Yeah.
Rainstorm, solid.
Yeah. Sunday. We got to meet Sean Clarita.
Yeah, Sean Clarita.
Ran into my dude Josh Burris.
Met Nick Walker.
He listens. That Nick Walker. That was another thing, man. Nobody was crowding him.
Nobody was crowding him.
He looked pissed. But I think he was pissed, number one, because he's tired and he lost. And
he lost the day before.
He's probably pissed.
By the way, did you see that video I sent you of Nick Walker? On Instagram?
Probably.
I had asked you a question, you never answered back. It was a picture of him like during bulking season, during cut. And I was like, is that really what he looks like during bulking?
I'll go back and look. How long was it? We can keep talking about
it. It was
Bro, you sent me so much shit.
I haven't even been saying that much shit lately. Shut up. But yeah, no, like, that was cool. But then the best thing about Sunday was the rain booth.
Right.
And we waited about 40 minutes to meet Eva Marie.
Right.
Natalie Eva Marie from WWE.
Yep.
Her husband, which he kind of just chilled in the back. He didn't really chill. He wouldn't really like that. And then Jujimufu. Jujimufu.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that.
Dude was ridiculously hyping us up.
Yeah, that's what he looks like in a ball, clearly. Yeah.
But I just,
he's
I
probably,
didn't know if that was somebody else or if they were
no, he's probably over like 300 pounds, like 305.
At least right there.
Yeah.
And dude's every
I think he gets down to like, I think it's like 270, 265, something like that.
So I thought he competed classic too, though.
Fuck no, dude.
Yeah, obviously not,
bro.
That's why maybe I was confused. I thought he was classic.
Yeah, he's dope about better.
But no, he was dope. So high energy. I mean, Jujimufu.
Oh yeah. He always is though.
Like I said, he was dope as fuck. So nice.
You mentioned Half Thor.
And I was working my way towards it. To the big name. And then obviously Half Thor. Half Thor was cool as fuck too.
Yeah, Half Thor.
That had me starstruck as shit.
Yeah.
I know you said you kind of did YouTube, but I don't want to
dude. Because I was like,
oh, hey, how are you? Going great. Fantastic. I'm from Iceland. I'm fucking 8 foot tall. But he was cool as fuck too. Like, yeah. I mean, we would talk to him for maybe for Thor. They were staying professional.
The one thing about Rain is we're like with Jay Cutler and Celsius, because that's what Jay Cutler. Oh, we met Urishna. Yeah. Celsius. Mm-hmm. But Jay was talking to everybody, which is I understand it's cool. I understand that. But, Celsius should have been okay, guys, get up here.
Celsius also tried cutting us off.
Right.
Before we got up to the
right.
booth.
We were we basically pushed our way up there to say, no, we're fucking doing this. But
there was a bunch of people who didn't get to meet him.
Yeah. And Celsius was just letting everybody talk, so we were there for 2 hours. Rain was a long line.
But they were keeping it moving.
And
they were watching the cut and all that.
They're get in, get your picture, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
They didn't say that, but that's what they were doing.
Take
a picture, move on. Take a picture, move on. Take a picture, move on. That's why.
But it was still cool because they were still letting you say what's up, how are you?
Yep, shaking everybody's hand.
Yeah, the Mufu, I think he hugged me 3 times.
Yeah, dude was dope as fuck.
And I said, Thor, shook my hand, was hey, buddy, what's your name? Cool, man, how's everything going? You liking the Arnold? You doing okay? I said, it was maybe 30 seconds that we got to talk to Thor, but it was still,
yeah. That's the thing you have
to a lot, man.
I don't want to leave anybody out that we met, but that was kind of the thing that really stood out to me. It's it really, if you really just break it down, they're not technically celebrities. like super famous, been in movies and shit.
Thor has,
Right. But like in the industry that we love,
well, for sure,
there's
it's
all
something
the
that
celebrities
that we still like have a lot of respect for, that we really enjoy, something that brings us enjoyment in life, and we got to meet a shit ton of people.
But the fact that, like, that's the one thing that like really stuck to me, though, like I was saying, is like they're all like, "Hey, how you doing? You having fun? You enjoying yourself?" Like they are very personable. Like I said, Nick Walker did look pissed, but he was still talking, which I understand. If he lost, I'd be pissed too.
Speaking of that too, like like
Still want to meet Marissa Andrews though.
Yeah, I know you're
Low key pissed.
fan.
You got to meet your crush. Oh
I
yeah,
did. That's what I was going to bring up literally right now. Was I got to meet two people. One, I was saying like, bro, I swear if she is there, I that'll make the weekend for me.
I'm low key jealous.
But it was literally like the two people who really did make the weekend for me were like really next to each other in like their booths. So because we were strength coat booth on Saturday. They're doing a deadlift competition. They had like TD and a bunch of other guys. Julius Maddox was there,
and that
irregular strength is his name.
And that I don't forget her name, but
yeah, she was like 120 pounds,
148
deadlifting
315.
350. Like it was nothing. I think she did 405 at one point.
Did she?
But yeah, go for it, whatever. But I saw a guy walk by with an Intercontinental Championship belt on over his shoulder. I said, "Hey man, nice belt." Obviously, I'm a huge wrestling fan. Most of you guys know this.
Yeah.
And I saw I had a signature on it. I was like, "Oh damn, who did you sign that?" And dude said, "Matt Cardona." And those of you who know WWE, he went by Zack Ryder for a very long time in WWE. He was in WWE for like 10 years, maybe 15 years, something like that. But he got released a couple years ago. He's going on the indie circuit. He's taking the indie circuit by storm. Dude has completely changed the narrative. Like him and another guy, Cody Rhodes, who was back in WWE, kind of did the same thing. But that's another conversation for every day. But I was like, Matt Cardona, that's dope. He said, yeah, he's literally right over there. I said, what? Dude, I looked at Tom and said, hey, man, I'm going. Well, if you're going to go, then I'm going to go. Right, so we went. Obviously, he's over there. Yep. And there was another guy, like, he was there for some network company or something. Yeah. And we just had to, like...
We didn't care about that.
So, whatever, we had to, like, put our email in or whatever. And we got a free signed autograph picture from him.
Yeah.
But we were sitting there talking to him for, once again, felt like 10 minutes, but it was probably about 5. Like, he was cool as shit. Just talking to us, and I was talking to him about, like, my journey back to the ring and how, like, he's another guy who's kind of helped me fall in love with the business again. But just seeing how his indie run has gone has got me back into, like, watching more than just WWE again, like, just the random pay-per-views on Peacock or whatever. And then, after I was in the high of that, me and Peg, and I'm, like, jittery as hell with Tyler, talking to him about stuff. And then, like, my not my celebrity crush, my fitness crush, who is a CrossFitter, which,
whatever,
have your opinions on CrossFit. I'm not a huge fan, but for her, she's sexy as fuck. I don't care. I was like, I'm like, dude, I swear to God, now if she's here, the weekend is complete. And we literally walked by. I think the company's called like Junk or something.
Yeah,
like
it's a headband.
It's a headband company.
Sweatband headband.
We literally looked. Tyler literally looked to the right, and there's a poster.
You told me her name.
Yeah, with Kelsey Keel.
Yeah.
Right there on the poster. I'm like, oh shit, is she here? And then we literally took 2 more steps, and there she was. And we were like, well, there's our weekend.
Yeah.
Once again,
low-key jealous.
Super sweet, very nice. Obviously fell in love all over again.
Low-key jealous that you got to meet yours and I didn't get to meet mine. Even though she was there.
She was there on Saturday.
She was walking around. I can see her. Next year I will.
Oh, no.
Sounds creepy when I say that.
Next year I will find her. And I will meet her. And I will take a picture. And I will say, I have huge crush on you. That's my one regret. Like, I did tell her, go Eagles. She said I was the only person on the weekend to say that to her.
I'm an Eagles fan like that. Hey, I kind of
said... she's a huge Eagles fan.
Hey, but I was like, hey, thanks for
the coach. And she acted like sad. She like gave you like a frown face, turned around. No, like we both told her, hey man, we were rooting for you all playoffs. Yeah. We both said that we both like Jalen Hurts a lot. And joke about that, joke about a dog. Once again, it seemed like we were there forever, but maybe a few minutes.
Yeah. What do you say to move on?
Huh?
So we kind of say what we need to say and then move on.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with us is like, we're very respectful. Like, we get it, bro. Like, most of y'all are most thousands of people. We're not gonna say everything wants to talk.
Yeah. So,
but no, just the whole weekend in general, man.
So much fun.
So much fun. Honestly, like I've been wanting to go for so long. I know you've been you've been a few times, and it had been a while since you've been. It's like no one, right?
Yeah. Last year I went.
And like I said, it really is.
The year after he was born, he was one.
Like I don't want to say it's like life changing, but it really is, man.
We met Urs Kaczynski. I remember him. See it. Someone started remembering Urs Kaczynski.
Yeah.
Number 3 in the world in classic physique. But like weekends like that is like.
It's just so refreshing, and it like really reminds you like why we love the sport of bodybuilding, powerlifting, strongman.
Yeah, not CrossFit.
Right. Oh, Eddie Hall.
We saw Eddie Hall.
I've
met Eddie Hall.
I went to walk.
He freaked out,
dude.
like a girl.
Once again, I got starstruck.
Is that Eddie Hall?
I said, bro, that's Eddie Hall.
He tried literally walking out.
I walked out. I said, what's on? Yep.
Yeah, and
I
came back and I was like, that's cool, I already met him. Took a picture of them. I think her.
He was walking through the hall.
I think he was going to, what they call those, photo ops.
Yeah, I think he was too, because he was on a mission.
Because when we left, Kai Green, too.
Yeah, I think Kai Green was walking. But that was dope. Like, really the only people, like Mark Henry was there that weekend. That's the only dude that I wish I could have met that we didn't get to. But once again, I think he
photo op only.
Photo op only. Yeah. So he is somebody who's like, he literally is an all-time like great, strong man. Obviously, a Hall of Fame professional wrestler, Olympian. I don't blame him. Yeah. Obviously, we got pretty close to Arnold.
Yeah.
So we did really did get within a couple feet when he was at that like chocolate milk company.
Yep.
But it was really good.
Would I buy it?
No, but it was good. Like samples. Yeah. But once again, I think a very successful weekend. Definitely recommend it to anybody. Obviously, we need to plan a little bit earlier next year so we get a closer hotel and like party a little bit downtown.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like the weekend like that. Like it kind of exemplifies why you love the sports, why you love it,
for sure. It's dope too, right? Because it's like the Super Bowl. It's like the freaking WrestleMania of the fitness industry.
Well, it's like when you meet people like that too. Is like because I feel like I did say like I'm a big fan like a lot, but like and you can almost like say like oh you're being disingenuous, but it's like not really because. Like, when I watch bodybuilding, because I want to be a bodybuilder, obviously, like, you almost want to root for everyone because, like, you understand the hard work and, like,
the hard work
what kind of work and sacrifice it takes to, like...
To be on that level.
Like, that's why, like...
To be on the Olympic stage.
Even in sports in general, I generally don't root for, like, individuals to fail. I root for teams to fail. But I don't root for individuals to fail because you kind of understand. Like, we're not professional athletes, but you don't, like, it just feels wrong, like, saying, like, man, all that work you did, I hope it's for fucking nothing, you piece of shit. Right. It's like...
I get, like, sure, the highest level we ever played football in high school, but at the same time, it's
like... bodybuilding is so subjective. Like, somebody can work their ass off, and they could fuck it up the next, the day of, by drinking too much water or too little. It's just, like, the weird body things. Like, that's why I kind of do, like, powerlifting a lot, too, because, like... I mean, you do have to diet down and like get within the weight group. But it's like
you go
the bar don't, the weight don't lie.
Prep and everything, man. The weight
don't lie. Whereas like your bodybuilding, like you're at the mercy of somebody else. But that's why it's easy to fucking root for everyone, man. A lot of work. You have to meet Kamal Al-Garni too. I forgot about that. Saw him on the street too. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm not saying that name. Stanky Booty.
Oh my
Remember?
god. Yeah, when we went to the restaurant that shall not be named.
Yep.
And I put my order in with my name as Stanky Booty.
Yep.
And the entire restaurant was cracking the hell up because the lady wouldn't say it. It was
The manager.
But everybody in the back of the kitchen
was screaming,
dying, and they were all yelling, "Stanky Booty!
Stanky Booty!
We're Stanky Booty!"
Say the name. That shit.
I'll sit down. Put them on my story as the two most beautiful girls. They weren't even close. But
You ever talk to them anymore?
they still, I mean, I still follow them. They still follow me on Instagram. But
Yeah. They were.
But they weren't like
They big butts though.
they did.
That's some nice butts.
We're
getting fucking canceled. People like, you fucking sexist and misogynist. All you do is look at girls' butts. All you do is look at girls' butts. Oh, we back on our bullshit, people. We are back. But, yeah.
That's it. What else you got today, Tyler?
That's it, man.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Next week, we won't be together, but we'll still record an episode.
Yeah.
I'll be up in Michigan watching Michigan spring football.
Hey, watching a meaningless game for a meaningless team in a meaningless stadium.
Meaningless, right? My team's been playing the last 2 years. I've won championships too. You know what's funny is you say meaningless, but yet specifically Notre Dame just lost a recruit to Michigan, and one of the things he said is one of the reasons why he left Notre Dame is because they don't play in a conference. So you can take your meaningless games and shove them up your ass. All right. Okay.
I'll take it up.
Marshall.
Hey man, I've been.
Hey Marshall.
Yeah, let's go there. I've been a big supporter of Notre Dame trying to join a conference for a long time.
They're done. They'd be done though. They'd be done too.
Kind of
How
wrong.
much money does they make?
Kind of wrong.
I don't really care. That's the one thing I don't really care about Notre Dame not joining a conference. Who cares, dude? People get shitty about it.
This the way the playoff system is going to work, and the way
I would say, know that they will eventually get fucked over because they're not in the conference.
Right. Especially once it does expand. When it does expand, we will not be able to make it in without a conference championship.
Nah, you'll make it, but you'll never get top 4.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
Unless you're undefeated. Like, are you going to take...
No.
You're
taking a conference champion.
No. Are you going to take an undefeated Notre Dame, or are you going to take a one-loss, like, USC as a top 4?
You're taking a one-loss USC.
No, you're taking undefeated Notre Dame every time.
Well, I mean, I guess it's a Pac-12 team. Like
Notre Dame... Okay, I'm talking about... Okay, what about an undefeated Notre Dame or a one-loss
Ohio State?
Alabama?
No, you're taking a one-loss Alabama.
No, you're not. You're taking...
They won the SEC. No, you're taking... No.
No, you're taking the undefeated team. But, like I'm saying, like, if you take the... Because that is the precedent that's set. You're going to take the undefeated team no matter what. That's the precedent. That's what's been set.
I got wrong. But still.
But if it comes down to a one-loss Alabama versus a one-loss Notre Dame...
Oh, for sure taking Alabama.
You're taking Alabama.
They won the SEC.
Right.
But all right, y'all. It's been another good episode.
Yep.
Obviously, we continue to, improve and go from here. So just keep supporting.
Yep.
Keep sharing the love.
Yep. Follow us on Instagram, H.A.B Podcast. I try to post every day on there, so I run it.
Yeah, for the most part. Every once in a while, I get on there and do something.
Mike had a killer reel the other day, though. Dummy!
Yeah.
Craig Romes.
Dummy!
Yeah.
Yeah. Dummy!
Yeah.
Dave Snikey.
Yeah.
That was a pretty fire game.
It was. Had me dying.
For sure. Well, once again, love y'all.
Love you guys. Love you, horse. As I always say. My thing.
H.A.B podcast. Savage Bodybuilding Dad 23.
Yep. Follow me on Instagram. Savage Guide to Light. Underscores. In between each word.
Us slamming the tail made a nail fall out. Not nail, a screw. Alright. Until next time. Okay, bye.
Bye.